Hi, this is Michele Kuglitsch here with my lovely co-host Samantha here at Cheval Equestrian Arts in Imperial Beach. Now we are standing here with Angela and Puke, and Angela is going to be showing us how to do some gymnastics on horseback today. Now can you explain exactly what you do with the horses?
Yes, I'm here with my team, Cheval Equestrian Arts. This is Dr. Grunwald. This is Sydney and Hannah. They're my vaulters here, and this is our famous horse, Puke. He's the backbone of the team. They're going to be showing you different moves today as far as standing on the horse's back, rolling down his back, different gymnastic moves and dance moves, and you guys are going to try it too, if you want.
Awesome. Now, how long has Puke been vaulting?
He's been a vaulting horse for about 2 years. He was with the show Valatar 2 years ago, and then I went ahead and bought him and continued the vaulting training here with him. So he's fairly new to it, but he's doing really good so far.
So how long have you been involved with Valatar and vaulting?
Valatar was just a short show I did for a couple months. I went on tour with the equestrian show Cavalia for 2 years, and then before that I competed in the horse sport called horse vaulting, which you'll see today. So it's known in the circus, it's more popular in Europe as far as competing, but it's also known here for competing too.
How long does it take to train a horse to do this type of activity?
It really depends on the horse and the type of horse you get. Him, it was fairly easy because he doesn't really care about much. You can hang off the side of him. He also was a cart horse beforehand, so that helped. Whereas if you have a thoroughbred, it takes a little bit longer. They're a little bit more warm and hot-blooded, so they're a little bit more sensitive. So it really just depends on the horse you're working with.
So the individuals that are taking this trying out
the vaulting?
The vaulting, sorry.
Yeah,
how
Want to try that question one more time?
yeah. And if an individual would like to try out vaulting, is there any specifications they have to work with?
You know, that's the cool thing about this horse sport is you don't have to have experience, you don't have to have dance experience, you don't have to have gymnastics experience. Mm-hmm. It does help if you have it, but we take things really slow. We begin on our vaulting barrel, which is over here. You learn all the tricks on that barrel first before we move on to the horse. So safety is a really big key here. You also learn how to fall off properly to roll when you land, and also we always have the horse being lunged by a lunger so the vaulter can continue working on their moves without worrying too much about what the horse is doing. So,
what are the main rules during vaulting?
The main rules in competition, the rules are very different from circus, so I do like to do the circus more. You can have the costumes, any music you want, where the vaulting rules are a lot like gymnastics, but it's both really fun. You just have to be safe, think about each move before you do it, and then just keep trying to be creative. So.
Okay, well, it sounds like we're going to have a blast when we get back. We'll be doing some vaulting. Hi, this is Michele with WorkOut San Diego here at Cheval Equestrian Arts in Imperial Beach. Now we are here with Hannah right now, who is going to talk to us about the warm-up routine. Now, Hannah, what is your background with horses?
My background with horses, I started riding when I was 11. I started Western riding, and then I started working at a stable when I was a little bit older and taking care of her horses, and now I'm here riding a horse for one of my friends and also vaulting with Puke.
What are some of the typical warm-up routines that we do with horses?
Right now, Cindy will just jump up on him and kind of get him remembering what vaulting is, because it's been a whole week, so he might forget. And she's gonna jump up on his back and pet him everywhere and get all of the bugs out.
Now, how long typically does it take to warm up a horse?
Not very long. We usually do a half-hour warm-up on the ground and and maybe 15 minutes or so warm-up with someone on him.
So he's used to individuals standing on him, and
Oh yeah, he's unflappable. He doesn't care what you do, and he'll take care of his rider.
they almost seem to enjoy it.
Yeah, he really loves his job.
How long does it typically take before individuals feel very comfortable doing the vaulting?
It just depends on who you are and how comfortable you are with horses. And like, I'm fairly comfortable with vaulting, but I'm also fairly comfortable riding. And there's really no experience like vaulting, so it's hard to compare it to really anything.
That was a quick warm-up, but it seems that the horse feels comfortable, the rider feels comfortable.
Yep. We only warm up, we basically just warm up as long as it takes for the horse.
So is there any bit of advice that you would tell individuals that are planning on vaulting or trying out vaulting?
Do it, because it's fun. It's really fun.
Okay, thank you so much, Hannah. I appreciate it. And we will be back and doing some vaulting. Michelle here, back with the WorkOut San Diego, here with Angela. Now, we're watching the freestyle routine warm-up at a walking pace. Can you explain a little bit of the warm-up? And
Sure. So Cindy just finished warming him up at a canter. Dr. Grunwald got on, did a little bit of freestyle, and now we're moving on to the compulsories. This is a technical test they do during our competition that we do with the vaulting. So this is called the flag, where her right leg is out, her left arm is up. And this is one of the beginning moves we tend to teach people as well, too, is the flag. The next is going to be the mill. And Dr. Grunwald's a dancer, so she has really beautiful lines when she does the mill. You're looking for a really nice straight leg, wrapping the horse. This is also called around the world, that a lot of people do too, but it is mill. And then she's going to do what we call a click. So this is flight off of the horse. So she's going to do a big swing, and she'll actually fly up off of him. And once you move into a canter, this can actually, if you have the right technique and the muscle, it will throw you up to handstand.
now this is typical.
Yep.
This is a typical warm-up.
This is a typical practice and a warm-up.
And how long did it take for her to actually be at this level?
How long have you been vaulting for? She's been vaulting for a couple months. She does have a ballet background, which helps a lot. Now, you don't have to have a ballet background, but you can see her lines are really tight, and she has that dancer flexibility and the lines.
Now, when you're walking the horse, you also are guiding him with...
Yes, this is called a lunge line in my left hand. This keeps him on a controlled circle. In the circus, you actually have a circus ring, but we work without a circus ring out here, so we use the line. This is also a lunging whip to direct him what speed to go. So right now we're just going at a walk. And then we'll do a stand. So we're going to have her stand. So as you can see, she's going to go through knees first and then pop straight up to stand. And you want to keep your feet close to that white, that's called a surcingle that she's hanging on. That's our vaulting saddle we use. And she keeps her knees bent. Now we keep our knees bent because we need to move with the horse. So if you were to straighten your legs, you would just probably bounce off of him. You want to take in every step he takes, especially when you go on the faster speeds as the trot and the canter. The trot's very bouncy, so you got to bend your knees a little bit more, but she's doing very good, keeping her chest up, standing up tall with her knees bent. And this is a move that every vaulter loves to do. Once you get it, it's nothing else like it, like standing on the back of a horse.
How long did it take to learn the stand?
I think it depends for every person, really. A lot of it's more mental than it actually is physical. Once you figure it out and you stand up all the way, you realize how easy it is, and you can start working on sideways, backward stands. But it's really a mental thing. You got to tell yourself to do it. And also, you know, you got to learn to relax all those muscles so you can move with the horse as well.
Now, the horse knows for the most part what you are trying to perform. And...
Yes, he is trained in the vaulting. So he tripped a little bit there. So he is used to us jumping around him, hanging off of him. I wouldn't take just your normal riding horse because they're not trained for this. They don't understand the differences in your weight. It does take training to make them okay with you jumping around on their back.
Now, to lower or raise or slow...
Sorry, I have to click to make them move. There we go.
It's okay. You move it faster?
It's a lot of vocal commands, so just there he was slowing down a bit so you could hear me actually clicking in the microphone. He's listens very well to vocal words, so I'll show you a little bit while she's not on him, the commands we do use for him. And I'll also show you her dismount too that she does. Okay. It's a roll over the handle. It's one of our favorites of our vaulters here. I'll go ahead and stop him so the camera can catch it. And she's going to tuck and roll over the outside handle there. That was really nice. Good job, Puck.
That
was really
beautiful.
good.
Now, how long did it take for you to be comfortable training horses to do the vaulting?
I've been vaulting since I was about 12 years old, and I'm about 29 now, so I don't know what that is in years. I'll have to do the math, but just getting comfortable with them. I learned a lot touring with Cavalia. I learned a lot touring with Valatar, just working with different trainers, just picking up little things along the way. I'm always learning as well with the horses. They teach me something new every day. It's fun to work with them every day out here and learn. So.
Seems like a great job. Thank you so much. I appreciate you allowing us to watch the warm-up.
Yes, thanks for coming out, and now it's your turn.
Thank you. When we come back.
Okay, so what Angela's doing right now is just showing her how to get up onto the horse then?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay. So he has to be walking in order for her to
Not
get on?
necessarily. It depends on the level of the vaulter. Usually, the more advanced riders will get on the horse at a canter, which is the fastest speed that they use in vaulting. But when people are first starting out, we're going to just try to get the muscle memory and basically just work on getting on the horse, whichever way you can, pretty much.
Okay, so what she's doing right here is she's trying to explain how it is that she's getting on. She's going to be supporting all of Michelle's weight on that left leg so that when he does start going, she's going to jump from her right and be able to place all her weight on that left to swing up with the right, correct?
Exactly. And you want to put all of your weight basically on the top of the horse.
Yeah.
It's very difficult when you first start out.
And of course, again, vaulting can be for any level
That was
and any experience level as well, right?
Well, yes, we have like 5 and 6 year old vaulters with us. All right.
Sorry.
No worries. Yeah, you don't need any experience to vault. We have 5 and 6 year old vaulters that we use, and they're all really great at it. The younger vaulters tend to be more flexible, which really helps. But yeah, no one really needs any experience. It's just a fun sport that anyone can try.
Just entertainment, fun in there.
Exactly. And horses are always, it's very therapeutic to be around horses. So.
Oh, yes, they are so great at picking up on and sensing your emotion.
Definitely.
And how you're feeling
they have great energies, and there's really a great connection there with horses.
So I heard that you also you have a background in English dressage.
I do. It was quite a while ago. I did 3 years of dressage with a very, very good trainer. She was pretty strict, but she definitely whipped me into shape. I think I was 8 and to 11 at the time. But I don't know. It was definitely a good foundation for that, and I also had some gymnastics experience as well, so that definitely helped.
Now you never want to go back to English equestrian. You want to stay right here.
No,
right?
I do. I actually have a horse here down at the ranch, and we're working on getting him into shape with dressage as well. Just like
Beautiful.
I said,
What's his name?
His name is Pye. P-Y-E. I don't know if you've ever
Yes,
heard.
your mother over here.
Yes.
National Velvet.
Exactly, National Velvet. It's very similar to him.
I love how a lot of the names that I've heard so far are brought from other books and movies that people have loved.
Exactly.
I know that I was here a couple weeks ago with Jennifer, and hers was named pretty much everything after Peter Pan and
Oh,
Neverland.
very cool, yeah. Yeah, it's nice to have that sort of historical memory with it. The horses bring a lot of personality into it, I think.
So how did you find Cheval?
Well, originally, my mom works at a veterinary clinic with Angela, and they just got to talking, and Angela said she does this sport, which is, basically just a combination of gymnastics and dressage, and I was like, wow, that's really neat, because I've always been in gymnastics and did dressage in the past, so it's a really cool combination between the two. And I thought, wow, no, why not try it? And I fell in love with it.
Great.
Cannot get enough.
I was told this is one of the basic actual competitive vaulting moves.
Yes.
Moving from front to back here, wanting to keep that straight line of the body with pointed toes.
Definitely.
And always being mindful and keeping your hands on the handles.
On the handles, it's very important. If you, I mean, there are times that you're going to take your hands off the handles.
For the
but
leg positioning.
Exactly.
And for some of the other tricks.
Exactly.
Standing, which I think we're going to attempt today.
But what she's doing right now is called the mill. And that is definitely like one of the 3 compulsories that we use in the vaulting.
So when you came in, were you able to stand on the first day then? Or?
Angela always said that my specialty was standing. So, I mean, everyone can pretty much stand on the first day. She always stands right next to you when you're first starting to vault. Move over. And I don't know, it's relatively easy for me. I have relatively good balance, so it was, it came pretty fast to me. I can actually stand at the canter at this point, which is...
That is very impressive.
It's very, very
cool.
cool.
It's so difficult it is
fun.
just sitting during a canter.
It can be difficult. It's definitely, like I said, a lot of muscle memory and tons of practice. It's very cool. And Angela and I sometimes do some private lessons. I work with her and help her work with Puck on his cardio and stamina and stuff like that. So she helps me out with my stands. And
I can imagine that his endurance is a very big key.
Yes, definitely, definitely. And he's such a good boy.
How long and how often do you end up going out and working him to keep his endurance to the level at which it would be for him to continue competing such as this?
Well, we do vaulting every Sunday, and Angela comes down here like either twice or 3 times a week, and then I'll come out and help her every now and then with him, just sitting on him and him running in a circle basically while he works out his cardio. So yeah, he gets quite a bit of exercise.
Well, he's beautiful and in amazing shape.
He is, and he's such a sweet boy. We love him so much.
So he has an even better temperament that works.
Oh yes, that's definitely like a #1 thing in vaulting. If a horse doesn't have a good temperament, it's really difficult to, I mean, just the simple like running out to the horse is like a huge thing for horses to be able to trust you while you're running out to them while they're also running.
Yes.
So temperament is definitely key.
Of course, it's always important to get loves afterwards.
Yes, of course. We
Who
get him
doesn't like getting treats after doing stuff?
Exactly.
And ours always loved it because they get those alfalfa cubes after all the treats.
Yes. He gets some grain. Everyone always brings him carrots. He definitely appreciates it.
That's why he's so chunky.
He's a good boy.
Well, if he's going to do great work like that, then of course he should be spoiled.
Of course. The backbone of our team. We couldn't do it without him.
Well, thank you for all the information there. Thank you for giving us a chance to look at this, and we'll be right back, and I guess I get to try it up next.
Hey, definitely.
Okay, back here with Sydney and Angela. They're now showing us how to get on a horse. We're going to do some additional vaulting with Sam. What is in store for us next?
She's going to mount on Puck. She's going to do a shoulder stand and then also a stand at a walk. So it's different things where she's going to be upside down and then straight up and down. So, yep, you can go ahead and lead first. We'll go straight out to the horse. Good, and we want to grab the handles, face forward. We're going to jump on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. And then we'll go ahead and start walking. Okay, we did it at a standstill, so this time it's going to be at a walk. You'll feel a little bit more movement, but I'll spot you. So go up to knees. Good. Head under.
Okay, what is this skill called again?
This particular move is called the shoulder stand, and it's very impressive that she's doing it. Actually, it's one of the more advanced moves, but she's had some experience with vaulting. That was beautiful. So she's going to do a stand now. First you go up to knees. Hang on the handles until Angela tells us. And really there's a very specific point, like a center of gravity that you find, and it's difficult because the horse is moving, but you sort of anticipate the way that he's stepping, and it's easier.
It's almost like you feel the horse and where it's going.
Exactly. And you can almost think about, like, I don't know, with the horse it's very like connected feeling. You can feel his emotions, there's energies that you feel, so even if he's thinking something, you can tell, even if his body's not moving.
Reminds me of Avatar.
Yeah, it's very, very similar. I can see that.
Now, these are some of the skills that you do as well.
Yes, yes, I do.
How long have you been vaulting for?
I think I started in December of last year, so it's been about 6 or 7 months now.
How did you first get started and why?
Well, Angela works at a vet clinic with my mom. She's a dog groomer, and they just got to talking one day, and Angela had explained that vaulting is basically like gymnastics on horseback, and I've had experience with dressage, which is a very like uniform type of riding, and had gymnastics experience. So it was a really cool combination between the two, and it was neat to have that sort of, you know, sort of sphere of very, very neat.
Did it come to you naturally?
I honestly, like, somewhat. Like, it's very difficult, so it definitely takes practice, but I don't know, I fell in love with it, so I was here all the time working with Angela, even like short little private lessons we've had a couple of times, and yeah, it was definitely like very, very quick.
I can see why you would become addicted.
Yes,
being around
so
the horses.
much fun. Yes, their energies are very, very addictive. It's beautiful.
Well, thank you very much, guys. Sam, you did an amazing job. Angela, you're an amazing coach, and you are an amazing leader. What do you call it?
A lunger.
Lunger, excuse me, lunger.
And vaulter.
Well, thank you very much, Angela. Sam, you did amazing. You were a great lunger.
And we're back. Thank you so very much for showing us everything today. And Puck, thank you so much for letting us run around here a little bit with you. So tell our viewers where they can go to find out more information on what we did here today and how they can get in contact with you.
Okay, we do have a Facebook page. It's called Cheval Equestrian Arts Academy. You can look it up on Facebook. I do lessons here at Southern Breeze Stables Sunday mornings, 10 to noon. I also offer private vaulting lessons as well. So if you look on our Facebook, you can get a hold of me there. So thank you guys very much for coming out today and coming to see us and our vaulters and Puck.
Thank you. He just wanted to give us some departing kisses on that one, kind of like the puppies last weekend. Well, thank you so very much. I look forward to coming in on the weekend. So again, you can find her on Facebook. You can come on in for the group classes from 10 to 12 on Sunday, and as well as contact her for some private lessons that you can come enjoy. And if you're not completely comfortable in a group, jumping on here and, you know, trying to get up there. Well, thank you again, and have a great and lovely weekend, everyone.
Thank you.